I used to think as long as I came home, as long as I provided, I was being a good husband, a good man for my wife. But looking back, I was wrong. There were seasons of my marriage where I gave more energy to my career, more energy to becoming a sergeant major than I gave to becoming the husband Nikki deserved. Not because I didn't love her, I did. I just convinced myself that my priorities were more important, and I failed to consistently keep her as my top priority. I convinced myself that we were okay and that we'd continue to be okay. The problem was I stopped pursuing the woman I already knew was the one for me. I became comfortable, not because I loved Nikki less, but because I assumed she'd always be there. And I'm going to tell you, that's a hard truth to admit. Welcome back to Four Titles, One Truth. I'm Tommie.
And I'm Lance. Today, we're talking about, are you happy in your marriage or just comfortable? Let's get into it.
Before we start, we need to be clear about something. This episode is not about exposing the private details of our marriage. Every marriage deserves some privacy. We also understand that wives can become complacent, lose motivation, or stop intentionally pursuing their husband. That happens. But that's not what we're talking about. Today, we're speaking as husbands to other husbands. Instead of asking, why isn't she doing more? We're asking, have I become the husband who stopped trying? This is not a guilt conversation. It's about reflection, because sometimes the issue isn't that the love is gone. Sometimes we simply stopped giving it the effort it deserves. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the title, Are You Happy in Your Marriage or Are You Just Comfortable?
I'm be truthful. I'm both.
Okay.
I'm happy because I've been married for this year it'd be 32 years. Ooh. So I am happy and I am comfortable in it. But and I think it's just how you look at it, how you look at how your relationship is, because you could be comfortable in your relationship and you're not putting in the effort to, hold your wife's hand or
show affection.
Yeah, show affection to a wife. You may not show any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And you can be happy if your wife don't talk, but your wife's not talking to you.
Yeah.
Or not trying to deal with, so you might be like, I get to go golf anytime I want. I get to go do this.
She don't never
say nothing to me. I can do this and she don't ever do this. So, you can be, that might make you, so I think it depends on I guess the bigger question is, and this is something I'm going to ask when I get finished talking about this, is ask my wife, say, are you happy? Are you comfortable? Yeah, are you happy? Are you comfortable? What's going on? And I'm sure it'll be, I'm happy and I'm comfortable, but we're still, and that's because I think that she's happy and comfortable with me, because you want them to be comfortable with you for something, because that means, okay, I don't mind being around this cat. So.
Yeah, it might be all right.
Yeah, like, okay, we can do this for a little longer.
So I agree with you. This topic does not mean that you're headed toward divorce.
No.
This topic means, or it's asking the question, husband to husband, do you honestly feel like you are comfortable or happy, and are you doing things to make sure she's comfortable and happy? That's how I take this, and I can say the same thing as well. Like, I'm happy and comfortable. Mm-hmm. I can say also that I'm happier because I've become a lot more self-aware of where my shortfalls have been.
Yeah,
not nowhere near so. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. was not easy for me to understand and live putting Nikki first.
Head. Yeah.
And it's not because she didn't deserve it. It's simply because it didn't calculate. Because
clicking.
No, because I was in it. I was freaking first sergeant. You know what I'm saying? I was, I had all these daggone soldiers. I had all this stuff, and then I still had dreams,
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked at priorities as a whole, but I didn't treat them as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, for me, that's where the idea for this conversation came from. Because I know there were times when I was only comfortable because I had the assumption that we're all right.
We're good.
We're okay. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. There we go.
I'll tell you, a big thing is like, oh, she understands.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah. And the reality is,
and thinking that that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay that she knows that I know that this is some jacked up stuff
because she knows it's fixed.
But she knows it's okay.
Yeah,
but she understands because she's military too.
Yeah,
so she knows.
Yeah, and you forget that it's a different personality. It's a different expectation. There are different priorities. Because I'm gonna tell you something.
It's a different gender. Son.
Oh my.
Hey, well, because men and women are different.
Enough said. Because I know for a fact when we started our marriage, Nikki was all in, all energetic, and everything else was secondary. Except her family was priority. Everything else was secondary. Me, energetic, happy, but I had all these me priorities, that I was bringing in, and
so,
different
for sure. So looking back, when did you realize you had become more comfortable than intentional in your marriage?
I would say that I don't have a pinpoint time, but I do know that I started to understand that I needed to do more. I coming home wasn't enough. Going out to a movie or dinner every once in a while was not enough. It's, I'm thirsty. Do you want anything? It's, hey, I'm going to the store. Do you want anything? You know what I'm saying? It's once again, an intentional effort to try to let your wife know that you are thinking of them, you're prioritizing them, and you are all in. You know what I'm saying? And it's a consistent thing. And so over the years, man, in the beginning, I was horrible. Over the years, I started to learn her, started to see where I could benefit because, we can't go further in this conversation without admitting that we married go-getters. We married
that was the plan.
People that's what I'm saying. We married people who had plans and dreams in life, and we married into another family, right? So the assumption that everything would be perfect is just ignorance on anybody. Anybody getting married. And the main thing that I know is that it took me a while, but slowly I started to get it. And thankfully, we were still together at that time. Yeah. So
that's good. I mean, I'm telling you, for us and for me, I guess it was when we had kids. We started having kids, and then also that was around the same time where it was like our jobs were not slowing down or not demanding or asking for anything less. So it was like, okay, we got to try to balance this out and like what's gonna get. So I'm gonna go, okay, the job and the kid, making sure kids and you grown, so you'll be okay for a little bit.
I don't need to put as much energy.
But it was, but I think that for us was because we were trying to do, Audra was doing school, and so she was super. So it was me in my feelings sometimes, like, why ain't, I'm here too. I ain't, the kid, because you see them kissing and hugging up on the kids and things like that. But it's like, that's how it's supposed to be.
So you have feelings?
Hell yeah.
You get emotional?
Hell yeah. My feelings get hurt too. I want somebody to rub my head, pat me on the head.
Or tell me I did good.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
So, so for us, it was like that early middle, when the kids were young and they, we were in the midst of getting those jobs and things that helped us get the eventually the end jobs and things like that. Where I can look back at it now, and really then I knew this, like, this ain't this, what's going on, so.
But also think of this, man. If we didn't have the opportunity to mature and grow and make these ranks, and also mature and grow as a human, as a husband, as a man, if we would have kept the same, because I don't know how you take this, but the moving sidewalk that is the Army, it does slow down the more you progress. Like in the beginning, you're running 6-minute miles. In the middle, you're running 8-minute miles. At the end, you're running, probably 9.5-minute miles.
Doing a walk.
Yeah, but it just, but because you mature,
understand
absolutely.
It, you understand it, the experience,
absolutely.
the confidence. All of that stuff makes it where it's like, oh, this is like everything is second nature to you. It's second nature to you. You love what you're doing. You enjoy what you're doing. You look forward to it because hopefully by that time you figured out how to balance the two. You know, it's like, okay, I can leave this and I need to go home and talk. Yeah, I got to go.
My deputy can take the part.
It'll be okay.
Take a meeting.
Right.
Yeah. And so, And life is the exact same way to where the older you get, things are supposed to slow down so you can see them better. That doesn't mean that you slow down and react slower, because going through the grind is real. And then, like you said before, you spend, we'll just say 8 to 12 hours a day at work, which could easily turn to 14 hours, right? Especially if you include PT and all that stuff. And then you go home and you only have, say you get home at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, right? So that means you only have 2 to 3 hours, not just because you got to go sleep, but so does your family. And so those 2 to 3 hours, you can't just check out. But sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. Yep. And so, and then you end up in that place that we call, that we're identifying as comfortable. Yeah. And that one is rough. So in your opinion, can you love your wife deeply and still fail her through complacency? Yeah.
That's
an easy question.
You get into a routine of things where it's like you think that that's the next best thing to sliced bread. Yeah. And it's like, she's like, what are you doing? Or can you change that up? Or why did you do that again? I already got 8 of these, sitting over there in the closet or on the thing. So
you remember we both watched The Polygamist. Oh. You remember when old girl was like, how many flowers you gonna bring me? Because he brought her flowers when
Yep.
when she was cutting and setting up the
Yep.
ones he brought the day
Or
before.
knowing that
Messing up.
she don't want flowers,
Exactly.
or that flowers ain't her
Yeah.
thing, and something
Yeah.
and learning that, okay, this is what I know that she likes this, or in this little genre thing. So if I can get something like this, it's gonna have to be the same thing.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit better than
That's
just getting the traditional flowers. I think if you try to do this is what traditionally shows love and stuff, and think that that's okay, and that's how I'm
and
just
that's
going.
enough.
Yeah, that's just how I'm a roll,
Yeah.
and even you might. I mean, and you might love your wife very deeply.
Yeah,
but it's just like, okay,
it's not. The message isn't getting through. It's just like I was thinking when you were talking, like we're talking about flowers, but just because you'll go to a movie every Friday, that doesn't mean that it's fulfilling to your wife. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and this is not me talking because I'm the champion of all this. It's because I've fell on my face so many times that I'm learning now more and more that the intentional effort is exhausting, but at the same time, when you see their face, like when you take them somewhere different, or when you go traveling, or when you get them a gift that they never even really talked about, but you saw it, admire, it pays off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can call it exhausting,
pay attention to what they're saying, listen, and
it's hard sometimes because for some reason, people, not just wives, but people don't talk to you when you're ready. They talk when they're ready.
Right.
But the love in you is what lets you stop things. And this, once again, I'm learning things. But yeah, that's and I'll say this: men are not manufactured to be perfect husbands, because we have our attention is just so it goes back to the way we were raised. It goes back to what's in our DNA, and it goes back to what's in our efforts, and across the board.
What we feel is
effort.
I put in a Herculean effort, and you're like, and they'll
tell
be
you
like,
something.
you ain't
Yeah.
do nothing. You made
Let me tell you something. Hey, I take my wife out every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah. We do this, we do that, and let me tell you something. We are in a perfect marriage. And then the camera pans to your wife, and she's sitting there like, our reality versus theirs.
If a younger husband asked you, what's one mistake you made that I can avoid, what would you tell him?
Two things.
I would say,
I'll only say two things because this could make this podcast 4 hours. I would say one is, and I've said this a lot to people, there's no chance of your marriage being happy if the two of you aren't trying, right? And that just simply means that, am I thinking of my wife in a way, or am I thinking about my wife in a way that can translate to her that I'm happy to be here, I'm still in love with you, and I want us to continue being better, right? Once again, those are intentional things that you have to do. The second thing is, it's sort of something that you mentioned, and what made me think about it is the fact that you can't be in a marriage and expect love to just flow from your wife all the time. And when it doesn't, you stop. And now it's you versus her instead of...
start accusing.
Instead of just...
Who you see?
Yeah.
Who you giving them hugs to? Who you patting on the back?
Yeah, but it's just so much easier in a relationship to and it's easier, but it's still hard to do, is to bring up what's falling short for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a husband that likes a pat on the back, then you have to somehow let your wife know that that's what you are.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a husband that buying gifts is how you show love, you have to make sure that your wife receiving gifts is how she feels love. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's a constant effort. And, you know, sitting here, like I said before, it was exhausting, but the reality of it is it's so rewarding that you don't really feel the exhaustion because it becomes a norm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of you trying to invent, like, you know what? I should take her to the putt off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? Something stupid. It's exotic. She'll love it. And then come to find out she don't like heights.
Yeah, it's like, no.
And you're dumb buddy.
Yeah. Like, know your woman.
and learn, you know what I'm saying?
learn.
And that's the work, that's the effort, is you got to learn your woman. And that is something that I didn't quite get, you know, in the beginning. And I didn't understand how valuable it is to work to make them happy, work to make them smile.
Man, and for me, I don't have like a specific incident or thing, but what I can tell you is this, is you need to communicate.
Yeah.
You have to not be afraid to bring up difficult topics and subjects and things like that. Then you also have to be able to listen.
Yeah.
Because because I know that folks feel like they don't want to hurt somebody's feeling or they don't want their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
But if you let something just keep on
simmering
and stewing, I mean, it's just going to blow up.
Yeah.
I mean, and the other thing is you're not the same, you know, you're changing, especially when you're married and you marry young or whatever, you're changing during that time. So you have to be able to accept how your wife is, you know, notice, accept, see how your wife is changing so you all can
adjust.
Adjust
and to the new you.
Exactly. For the new you or the new her or whatever, so that you all are still in sync with each other. But this is just something that happens because when you get a promotion or you get a new job or, you know, you lose weight, you gain, you know, whatever, any of that stuff, man, you got to be able to go, okay, I'm still, you know, we still good, I'm still good. But but you can't be afraid to communicate. And I was probably our first 3-4 years we were married, I ain't want to bring, you know, it's like,
you don't want to
I don't want to make her mad or nothing like that. I don't want to get, but Jack, it was so, I felt so relieved. It just felt so good. At first I was like, stop, no, why? You know, those special words came out. It was like, okay. So then you hear, you know, then you can get a response like, okay, I understand. I got you. Or for her, it was like, oh, I didn't know. My bad. I didn't realize. You know, because like that, because that's the thing, especially if you have a wife that's working and she's trying to, you know, got their life going on so too. She's thinking, you know, so she's moving right along. But because
we had it's just a simple question that Nikki asked me the other day. She was like, if I say to you, hey, I stop you and say, hey, I want to talk to you later about something, what does that make you feel? And my response was, I'm in trouble. What'd I do? You know, she's like, why? I said, because if it was that important, you'd either say it right now or you can give me some context so that I can say, okay, so it ain't nothing. I ain't got to tiptoe around here, or she mad, so I need to stay away from her. So but just that simple conversation, it just opened up the realization of how different people are, especially man and women, but also the people that you know how different they are. And that's, and another thing that just popped in my head, I'm going to tell you, just because you bring something up and talk about it, doesn't mean it's over.
That means doesn't mean it's resolved.
No, it doesn't mean y'all can have a 30-hour conversation about it, but that don't mean it's resolved. That don't mean it's over. So,
because I know I've heard we can agree to disagree. It's like, All right.
If that's
what we doing.
Yeah.
Then.
Knowing that y'all about to get at it.
That's what we doing? Okay.
Next time.
All right. Go to your corners.
Yeah.
Till the bell
Get
rings
some water,
again.
spitting and go at it again. Oh, yeah. If your wife described your marriage today, what do you hope Audra says has changed about the husband you become? What do you hope, and then what do you know she'll say?
I don't. I hope.
You're the best husband ever.
That's right. I hope she says that. Man, I can't believe I had this joker waiting so long before I would even date him in the first place.
Should have married him the moment I saw him.
The moment I saw him, I should have snatched him up. He shouldn't have had to pursue me like that. I hope that she says that I'm more attentive. I listen more. You know, I hope that's and that she knows that I would do anything. Yeah. Or that I want to be. I'm happy. Yeah. And comfortable in the situation in a way that I know that she's happy and comfortable, and I'm willing to. If she's not happy, then I want to know what's going on. Well, why? I'm invested in. Yeah. I'm still invested in our relationship. So
I would just say, I would hope that she would say that she sees my effort. That's what I'd hope.
Okay.
Because of my evolution of me as a husband, I hope she can see that I'm kinder, gentler,
we gonna ask them
more concerned. Yeah.
We're going to see.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know.
Yeah, we're going to put that.
People want to know.
We're going to feel you in. But I do know that I can say, on the flip side of this question, that I have seen Nikki adjust to me. Mm-hmm. I have seen some of the stuff that we used to battle about is now she's more understanding of my point of view, that it doesn't elevate the way it used to.
But I'm sure the same goes for you too.
Because
I can say that for us, for me and Audra, it's the same. I mean, it's all right. Yeah. You know, that's actually okay.
It's who you are.
Yeah, it's just like because my wife will the whole house, you know, the kids, the adult kids, and be like talking to us like we soldiers, like we work for her. And it's like, and I always had to tell us, like, I don't work for you.
Well, just real quick, me and Audra have sort of the same personality.
Yes, there you go, right there.
And him and Nikki have sort of the same personality. So when he says stuff like that, I laugh because that's what Nikki says all the time. But
yeah. But she knows some of the stuff that I do. She's like, okay, and some of it sometimes it'll piss me off because she'll do it intentionally.
Still fire you up.
Yeah. You see it? You don't like them? Like, okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. 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 I will say this, though. There's nothing better for a man, especially who recognizes their aging and recognizes that they are up for the change and the challenge. There's nothing better than having a spouse. I mean, you can take it to girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, but spouse is you're in the same house, in the same bed, all the time together. And this was hard for me, not because I wasn't willing to do it, but we just never thought to do it and never saw my father do it. It's just openly just sharing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, it was like, I am who I am, this is who you with. So I'm aggressive. I'm sometimes angry. I'm this, that, and other. I forgot to list a couple things, you know what I'm saying? And so she would come back and say, yeah, you all hard or whatever here, but at the same time, like for your mother or for your children or whatever, we see the teddy bear in you or whatever. And I'm just like, no, you don't. But over the years, there's nothing better than having someone that you can identify as your best friend, because your confidant, the conversations you have, the opinions you have about people, the silly things that y'all have that no other couple has.
Yeah, I mean,
that stuff is so valuable, and it just enriches your life,
Yep.
So much more. And it's
It
sad.
just makes it easy. I mean, it takes that stress away. I mean, just.
But it's sad that it takes, and I'm not talking about just marriage right now, but it's sad that you can't really enjoy your life until you're older, because you're so caught up in
the rat race,
what you think has to happen in the rat race, that you are overworking yourself, you're overthinking, you're adding anxiety to yourself. You're overdoing everything because you're trying to make sure that you're comfortable, your family's comfortable, and when you get older, you're capable still, And so when you get to a point, and usually it's when you're in your late 40s or early 50s, you get to the point where you realize that, or you understand that you're no longer on the plus side of life left. Now you're more on the so-called downside. And when you can accept that, I was
going to say, you understand and you accept.
Man. And you can enjoy life, man. Like now, if we were still working, we wouldn't be able to completely understand and appreciate how it is not to do something in a day.
But yeah, just to know that, and that's okay.
Yes,
man. Just that's okay. And you feel good, and you feel good about it.
Yes.
So that's because I tell you that first little bit right after I retired, I was feeling like I'm supposed to be doing something. I need to go do something. I need to go, it was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I've done a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it. And it's okay to.
Yeah.
It's okay to slow down.
Yes.
Because when you think that you're slowing down, but you're still doing
things.
It's just changing. It's at a nice pace, though.
A pace for you.
It's at a nice pace, though. If this conversation did anything today, I hope it made you ask one honest question. Am I still pursuing my wife, or have I just gotten comfortable? Comfort doesn't build great marriages. Intentionality does. Choosing each other day after day does. None of us has been a perfect husband.
Impossible.
We've all missed moments we'd love to have back. But if you're still breathing, you still have time to become a better husband than you were yesterday. So don't wait for that crisis to remind you what she's worth. Go home, start the conversation, hold her hand, tell her you love her, pursue the woman you promised to pursue. Maybe that's the real takeaway today. Don't settle for being a good provider when you can keep becoming a better husband.
If today's conversation made you stop and reflect, we hope you'll keep that conversation going at home.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, let us know in the comments. What's one thing you've learned about marriage that you wish you had understood years ago?
Yeah.
If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, we'd appreciate it if you'd follow the show and leave us a review.
Please, thank you. And if this conversation encouraged you, share it with another husband. Sometimes that's all it takes is one honest conversation to change the direction of a marriage. And until next time, let's keep the conversation going.
Holla.